Your subscription box business is pretty amazing because everything you need to do to keep it running from day to day or month to month works in a very specific operational cycle. It's one of the most beautiful things about the subscription box model, in my opinion, but I often see sub box owners confused about some very vital dates within their operational sales cycle. So today I want to walk you through 4 core dates that make up your sales cycle and specifically how to identify them if you're a bi-monthly, quarterly, or any other type of non-monthly frequency. If you're looking to start or grow a subscription box business, subscribe to my channel for tips, training, and all things subscription box business. I have helped hundreds of subscription box owners get started, and one of the most common things I see tripping them up is the concept of their sales cycle. It sounds intimidating, but it's actually really simple and is comprised of just 4 core dates. The 4 core dates that make up your sales cycle are your cart open date, your cart close date, your shipping date, and your renewal date. The cart open date is when you open sales for the current box that you're selling. The cart close date is when you stop accepting new orders for that box. The shipping date is when you batch ship all the boxes that you just sold, including renewals from existing customers. And then your renewal date is when the renewals are processed for all of your subscribers for the following month's box. If you're a monthly box, these are pretty straightforward dates to identify, right? It could look something like this. You could open your cart for new orders on the 1st of the month, close it at the end of the month, ship on the 4th of the following month, and then renewals take place on the 11th of the month. That's pretty easy and straightforward. But if you're a bi-monthly or quarterly box, you might find yourself a little confused on how to make this all work. So in this video, I'm gonna help you figure out your sales cycle if you're a non-monthly box. One easy way to start is to think of the frequency of your box as your sales cycle. So if you think of the frequency of your subscription as your sales cycle, a monthly box has a monthly sales cycle, but a bi-monthly box will have a bi-monthly or 2-month sales cycle. The same would be true for a quarterly box. It would have a 3-month sales cycle. Your sales cycle should cover the entire period between cart open and cart close for the full 2-month cycle if you're a bi-monthly box, or the full 3-month cycle if you're a quarterly box. Let's look at a quick example. So let's say you're a bi-monthly box and you batch ship a new box every other month in the months of January, March, May, July, September, and November. That means that everyone who signed up in January and February was signing up for the March box. So your sales cycle begins 2 months prior to the box that's actually being shipped. Ideally, you'd want your sales cycle to look something like this. Your cart opens January 1st for the March box. It closes February 28th. You ship on the 4th of March, and then renewals take place on the 11th. And then we start over again. March 1st opens your sales cycle for the May box, closes on April 30th. You ship on the 4th, and renewals on the 11th. In this example, you can see that the sales cycle begins in January and ends on the last day of February for the March box. So that's a 2-month cycle where we're actually selling the March box. During those 2 sales months, this is when we're marketing and we're promoting the March box. And then once March hits, we're now selling the May box. Even though we're fulfilling our March boxes, renewals are being processed for the May box in March, and that whole 2-month period between March and April becomes our May sales cycle. Now let's take a look at an example for a quarterly box. Since a quarterly box is 3 months, we're shipping a box every 3 months, which means our sales cycle is a 3-month period. Now in this example, the sales cycle begins January 1st. That's the cart open day for our April box. The cart closes on March 30th for the April box. So over the course of January, February, and March, we're selling our April boxes. Now in this example, our ship date is April 4th, and renewals for the next box, the August box, take place on April 11th. The sales cycle for the August box starts April 1st and goes through July 30th when the cart closes and we start selling the next box, and so on. Now, these are just examples. You're welcome to adjust the dates to fit your needs and your unique business, but the key concept here is that when you're planning your sales cycle for a non-monthly box, you're looking at the cycle as a whole and you're basing it off of the frequency of your boxes. Where a lot of subscription box owners go wrong is they try to adopt a monthly sales cycle for their bi-monthly or quarterly box. And then they end up feeling confused and they don't have clarity around their key dates or how to communicate it properly to their customers, and it can just get really messy. You can also adjust your shipping dates and your renewal dates to meet your needs as well. So one thing you want to keep in mind is that you want to have your batch shipping date as close to the cart close date as possible, because some of your subscribers could have found themselves waiting a long time if they signed up for their first box early in your sales cycle. So just try to keep those shipping dates as close to cart close as possible so that they can reach your subscribers quickly. There are other things you can do to keep your waiting subscribers happy if they order early in the sales cycle, and I can share more about those things in another video. The other thing you want to keep in mind is when you're setting your renewal date, you want to give your customers plenty of time to receive their box before renewing their subscription. You don't want to charge them for the next month before they've received their box, but you also want it to happen relatively soon after they receive their box, while they're excited about the box they just received. It's kind of a fine balance for sure. But to do this, I want you to think about the shipping method that you're using and how long it generally takes to reach your customers. From there, you can back into your ideal renewal date based on your shipping date and how long it takes for boxes to arrive. Feel good about this? I hope so. Comment below and let me know if this was helpful. One more thing, once you've gotten clarity around your core 4, if you want to streamline your operations and make it so much easier to run the day-to-day of your business, check out my free workshop on establishing your monthly rhythm, where my friend Becky and I will walk you through a super simple system that you can adopt using your core 4 dates. This system has transformed the way hundreds of subscription box owners in our community run their business to find more time freedom and much less stress. You can check it out for free at the link below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.